What is up, everyone? Volathis here, and welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward patch notes reading. We have patch 3.35. Of course, most of this is dealing with the Palace of the Dead, which, of course, as it says here, adds in the quest to unlock it. There's an NPC Mender of Sticks that's been added in the Churning Mist. We have two does features that have been added, and you can cycle through them. I actually don't recognize those, whatever they're dozing on. And there's been some adjustments for PvP, for Warrior, as well as the Ninja, Dragoon, Monk, and more for Dragoon, and basically it looks like all the melee have been adjusted for their PvP items, PvP skills. And the potency of Adrenaline Rush action Raw Destruction has been decreased. I want to say Raw Destruction is the AoE one, which is by mages. And of course, with this Season 2 for the Feast has been released. Does it say when it is? It will end on the maintenance of patch 3.45. Did any of you guys participate in it? I said I would, and of course I didn't, although I felt like I probably should have. And of course now they're going to be adjusting to the Fields of Glory for Shatter. The victory requirements for 72 has been reduced from 18,000 from 1,800 to 1,600. And to balance the DPS for all jobs, the magic resistance for activated Icebound Tumulus has been increased. And the drop rates for the White Lantern Whistle, Rose Lantern Whistle, and Round Lantern Whistle has been increased. And these can be purchased from Betra and Ildishire. So now they only require 99. So these must be the Hawks or Eagles that we could get. So now they're down to 99. I have no idea what they were before. And of course we have now the Palace of the Dead, or Deep Dungeon in the Palace of the Dead. So we have a good viewing over here of your, I think it says Dungeon Progress. Has a nice little I want to say like an 8-bit of whatever class you're doing, the gear you're wearing, and some items you've acquired that are unique to that. You can have, obviously this is only up to 4 players, and it says there's a time limit of 60 minutes. So I guess we can only go in an hour at a time, which you do unlock at 17. And from what we've been, let's see, okay. Players will start at level 1 regardless of their current class or job. By defeating monsters that appear in the dungeon, you will gain XP and level that character up to 60. The levels gained in progression of the dungeon, however, will not be the same as what players receive upon clear. See below. All enemies players encounter in the Palace of the Dead will give a fixed amount of XP regardless of the number of members in your party or the difference in level between you and the enemy. Rested XP and XP bonuses will also be ignored. So if you're using any XP stuff, do not use it. Aether Pure Pool gear. So that's your weapon, your armor. This is the stuff that eventually we can level up to take outside. So we can strengthen it by accessing silver coffers. These coffers will randomly appear on each floor after defeating certain enemies. When enhancing the gear, there's a chance of failure. That varies depending on your current level of gear and the floor where the silver coffer is found. So in theory, and it can be maxed out at 30. So at a certain point we can take it outside. I wonder if it is the 30. The other thing, of course, involved in that is obviously the deeper and farther you're in, the more likely you are to level it. And we can gain certain items to transform ourselves into an enemy NPC. This effect will last for 1 minute and will grant the user different attacks for the duration. I'm not sure if we're going to have this little screen up the whole time while we're in there. It'll be interesting. And then Oh, this is cute. Recording progress. So this obviously right here obviously reminds me of like playing an old Final Fantasy game. So you'll save. You have 2 save slots. I believe there's one for group and one meant for your solo. And we can enter it in South Shroud. It doesn't sound like we can queue with it. Oh, similar to the you may choose to be randomly matched with other players. Okay, yeah, so we have to go to the quarry mill. I wonder if they'll change that later on. Moving to the lower floors, you will click those in Resurrection. If you do that, though, it'll raise all the players, but it can only... has 3 phases of activation. It can only be used when fully activated. The stone will be inactive. Arriving on a new flare, you must defeat enemies for it to unlock. Trap and floor effects. As you progress, they will arrive at floors with traps that will be set when you walk across them. These traps are invisible unless a player has a special item to reveal its location. In addition, traps have some floors that below effect which may benefit or provide some challenge to the character in progress. So there we can get haste, profiting magic or special actions, so they can disable you to do anything, and they have strengthened enemies, which apparently is the gloom, and they'll have a map up there, and then these display what's going on. So you'll have a passage is inactive, it's nearing activation, active, so that goes to the next area. And then the other one, of course, is the resurrection. Treasure coffers, gold yields, farmers, they remain even if the items already exceed your inventory limits, and silver strengthens you, and bronze will give you normal things. And you can always reset your progress. If all players are KO'd inside, you will be removed instantly. You can disband. The rewards. So this is another way we can get your cap, depending on which floor you clear. Every 10 floors, it's about... you can see the stats here, and then is between... So only if you're 60 do you get this, but if you're going between 50 and 60, you only get Poetics, and I'm guessing if you're below 50, you just maybe get Gil. Oh, right here. Experience points and Gil will be rewarded on progress if you're below 50. And if you reach floor 50, you will be rewarded, and it can be turned in, and it looks like you can either get grade 5 for 1 pot, shred, disembodied head resonator. I have no idea what that's for 10. I want to say that's... I'm pretty sure these 3 right here are minions. I'm almost positive. And furthermore, strengthen your Aether pool to 30. In addition, upon reaching it, you receive the Aether pole arm. So wait, in addition... Okay, so the requirement for our weapons is not only do you have to get them to level 30, you also have to be level 50. And then down below it looks like these are the items that they've added. They're going to be 235. I'm not surprised on that. It looks like though currently we're only going to get the weapons. And then they're adding a new recipe. I'm guessing this will be like a visual effect, and recipes for the pawns have been adjusted. The 2 minions, pretty sure that's a Sasquatch, and that's disembodied. That's a Hecti. Yeah. Oh, right here, disembodied head resonator. It's a metal tuning fork. When struck, emits a high pitch, including your personal disembodied stone head. I'm not too sure. And then they're going to be adding new achievements down below and some issues. So let me know. I mean, honestly, this patch is 90% about the Palace of the Dead. So I guess my question for you, are you going to try it out? There's some PvP adjustments, so did you guys participate in this season? Are you going to participate in the next? honestly, I don't have the time to dedicate to this game. Obviously, at this point, as much as I would, if I did, I might be considering the feast. If I do, I'll probably try it out and stuff like that, but I don't think I'll be competitive in this. I am going to try the Palace of the Dead at some point. That's going to happen. Granted, I'm also behind on the story, and I really should catch up at 3.3. So I need to do that too. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to my channel, stay updated, more videos to come. And once again, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Damn it!
Fuck you, dude.
Ah!
You guys are trying to go down a level. I saw
God damn it.
30 boxes like face.
Yeah, no, where was all our bots?